What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, what time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, he's back from the dead.
Your
Putting it
show.
on the map, yeah. Saskatoon, right next to New York. New York. Yeah, what show, yeah.
Your show.
What time is it?
Your show.
Yeah, time to talk some shit, yeah.
Your show.
You've tuned in, yeah?
Yeah, fun Maggie. Bark, bark, wolf, wolf, move on to treat, yeah. Keep listening.
Welcome to the Tuesday edition of your show. My name is Gary, and oh, what a day it has been. Maggie was in her spot, then she got excited and bailed, and now she's back. I'm going to give her this to say thank you for coming back, young lady. And now you sit and you lay down. It's time to pay the bills, girl. Come on. Let's do it. Look who's over there. Who's over there? Not me. Anyways, I got my hair did. Isn't that fun? This is what happens when you get your hair done and you put some nice braids in there to keep it out of your face, and then you take the braids out, and then you got a perm. I'm feeling like my brother Davey at his wedding, man. He got a perm for his wedding. Feeling good. I feel like perms are coming back, so we're really showing it off here today. Hope you had a lovely Tuesday. If you're still at work and doing all that other stuff, you're almost there. This is the home stretch, and thank you for joining us. Earlier today, our good friends over at Nordic Fencing stopped by to make sure that we got a nice little fence here for Margaret as she hangs outside. We had a temporary fence being, well, basically it was put up by our good friends at SCS, still paying for it. And I heard actually the other day that the lady who runs the payment plans over there keeps saying, why the heck are we paying for this fence? So a shout out to Sonder Concrete Services for doing that. It looks like we have a fence ready for pickup once we get the gates put on there. But it was a great morning. We had Trevor, I was talking to my buddy Warren over at Nordic, and they got a lovely fence up. So thank you for that. And a shout out to Metro Fence as well. As we were talking, I was talking to the bottom line today, best dad in the universe. And he's like, wait, we got to make sure we get an MF up there for Metro Fence because we support our cousin Ron and the team out east do all that Metro Fence stuff, and Nordic uses the Metro Fence. So it's all about connecting with the community and family and the people we love and know and trust. That's pretty good. Should we go for it? All right, boys, let's head on over to the Maggie Cam very quickly. That a girl. Look at that. That's like almost an extreme close-up. Again, Maggie Cam, proudly brought to you by our good friends at Pet Planet on 8th Street, your pet's natural grocer, Mike and Rochelle, along with Kirsten and Chris and Shar, doing great things each and every time. I promise you, when you walk in those doors, your life becomes better. It really does. And to Mike, I'll be hitting you up here this week. I'll come by for a visit, and we'll have a nice little chat as we love you guys over there and everything you're doing. Look at this. The half, oh, there it is. A little side view. I say it all the time, guys, and I truly mean it. We could just have a Maggie Cam show, and I could just like voice over. Like you could even do like thoughts of Maggie. Like right now, I feel like she's pretty hardcore. Like I told you before, she loves like death metal and like hardcore like hip hop. So I feel like what she'd be thinking right now is, yo, where my food at? Dog, you know, something like that. And then you see her smile like that. It's like, oh, maybe not. Either way, we always appreciate a real good Maggie Cam, as she is truly the belle of the ball. Okay. Now, we should be checking in with our boy, Coach Mazer, at some point here soon by the Zoom, as he is out and about today. I asked him what his day looked like, and he said 3:30 to 8 o'clock, baseball. That was it. He said he might be at the Hortons to do some drop-off stuff with the baseball. So we will wait and see if we hear from him throughout the show today. As always, I'm going to try to do this. Now, you think I'd have a marker? Maybe if I use this hand, because I'm always trying to figure it out. There. So if I go like this, if you want to be a part of this amazing party we got here, head on over to dufferinave.com. Oh, that was pretty good, boys. That was pretty good. When you go there, you will not only find the world's greatest website, and I say that honestly because as a guy who's been in this like media stuff for a long time, I can tell you there's a lot of garbage websites out there. And if you're like me and you feel like, you know, what makes a garbage website? It's usually really blocky, lots of stuff, lots of pop-ups, and lots of stuff that makes you angry to the point where you just get out of the website because it's garbage. That's not here. Right here, when you go to Dufferin Ave, .com. You'll see a beautiful list of our shows. You will also have the ability to click on different things that will take you directly to what they say they are, including becoming a content creator with us, including becoming a sponsor or an advertiser with us, or even if you're just an organization in the community that wants some help getting their message out, like our good friends over at the food bank. Like Lori and Deb, love you guys, huge fan. They got a big citywide food drive coming up that we're going to help push, and that's just because we love them. And it always feels so good to bring those people into this family because they've already been here the whole time. Like those are my best. Like Lori, I call her my bestie all the time. She's my bestie. Whenever I introduce her at all these the food bank fundraisers, it's like, now here I ran out of nice ways to introduce her, so here's my bestie, and I just give her a big hug, and everyone knows that Lori, that's my dude. So shout out to her and Deb, and I'll be in touch about the big food drive coming up in May. And all of our other, there they are, SCS. Don't got to worry about that fence payment anymore, you guys. So that'll be good. Love those guys. And it's just, that's how much they care, right? And that's what I mean about being part of the family. Those guys built this garage. We had SCS employees in here polying and OSBing. You know, it's so crazy. We got the Magic Man coming in. He did the roof. He did the roof insulation, and he gave us a really, really good deal. And we want to promote those people. So when you have something like that, let us know and become a part of the team. And that's, make the world a better place together. Hey, those guys. Yeah, those guys. They're very good. You ever have any plumbing issues? I promise you, they got you. As well as heating. It's right there in the name. And there's a phone number too. And a website. Oh, it's a very informative banner. Right there. Aquaman. I know I say I should just start talking about all these guys more because that's what you get when you sign on. They just signed on. I locked in my brother D-Rock. So shout out to them as Aquaman on board. And again, it's family, and it's all about helping family and helping friends become a part of this. So thank you to everyone for doing that. Deneb, yes, shout out to Cygnus X1 off the album of Farewell to Kings. He's out in Kelowna right now doing some work. See, he'll go anywhere to help you out. Very good finishing. He's the guy that built this place. All this amazing Paperboy set that you see, that was because of him. Okay, getting down to business. Croker was on yesterday. He got us ready. We recapped the first two games of the Blades Warriors series. They are in Moose Jaw tonight. And as Croker mentioned yesterday, I believe, I'm not sure, I think the pregame will go probably around 6 o'clock, but him and Leroy are going to be pregaming in the parking lot, doing another one of those pregame shows on one of the social medias. Clayton Croker, look it up. You can find him, get in there, and enjoy that pregame as Game 3 is set to go. Now, he made the road trip out to Moose Jaw. So he's going to be in the house. He's really pumped to get a Zamboni video done for I think, like 30-plus years. The Zamboni driver in Moose Jaw has been crushing it from the crush can to the new place, the hangar they call it. So you got your Blades, you got your Warriors. I believe it's 7 o'clock puck drop, Game 3, as that series it's a lot closer than I think a lot of people expected. When we first talked about it before they started, that was basically depth with the Blades versus that huge first line of the Warriors. And the series sitting tied at 1 game apiece, so a very big game going on tonight. There is more hockey to get to, and before we do that, I think we'll get in this pre-tape now, because then we can check in with Maze and see if he wants to talk about some hockey playoffs. So this is really cool. When I first had the idea of starting this, all I wanted to do, and I say it all the time, was hang out with my friends and do a show. Whatever it is, whatever we're doing, I just want people to know how awesome our community is, our friends, our family. All of this, movement that we're moving on is all because of these people. And I had a nice visit from my buddy Sea-Dog, my man Callum, over the weekend. And I said, you know what? Well, while we visit, let's just turn on the camera and let's have a little talk about, what you're doing, where you're at and all that. Because this dude, man, he was my old roommate for a while, living on Taylor Street. And we had a hell of a time. A lot of very interesting stories to be told. And I said, you know what? We're going to roll this right now. And if you know Callum Oliver at all, you know how funny this dude is. So I said, you know what? And I told him before. I said, Sea-Dog, we're writing your tape today. He said, oh, how many edits did you have to make? And I said, nothing. He said, uh-oh. And I said, yeah. So it's going to be a very, very good previously recorded segment for you to enjoy. So please enjoy it now. Welcome to the first ever edition of the Weekend Chronicles. As you can tell, I'm still in my outfit from yesterday. I haven't changed at all. Haven't even brushed my teeth yet, as it's mid-afternoon on the weekend, and I got a lovely phone call from the man to the left of me right now. I guess it would be on your right. I don't know how mirrors and cameras work. Anyway, this is my boy Sea-Dog right here. Give it up for Sea-Dog.
This is your left?
Oh, is that how you do it?
Well, I don't know. One's left, one's right.
Well, I feel like
Which
now
one
we're just
says the
shooting
L?
guns in the air. That's the L.
I wore
L.
this
There it is.
yesterday. And
Tell
these
me
pants.
more about this outfit, okay? Because I
Changed my
noticed.
underwear, changed my socks.
Lucky. Wish. Been busy. You saw the Young Guns as you were coming and they were
Yes,
walking
yeah,
out.
yeah.
They've been
They look
shooting a bunch of
fresh.
stuff in here, yeah. So I was not allowed in this building until now. So it's like, oh, I'll go in there and clean up. And then you guys show up and like, well, now that you're here, star of so many social media videos that I love so much, I was like, man, we got to talk about what's going on. But first, again, the
I
Canadian
got
tuxedo.
like two cringeworthy social media videos.
Just two?
There's more. I've taken them off public.
Why?
They're private.
They're just too extreme.
Yeah, I think I try to.
You go hard,
Here's
man.
the thing.
Okay. You know it's good when he says, here's the thing.
When you're, 40 years old.
Don't forget to talk in this. I'm always
Okay.
being told. Just
Oh,
be
yeah,
aware.
yeah.
You don't worry. You talk to me, but
Okay,
just
so
be
you're
aware.
40
where it
years
is.
old and you want to get into like sports, but for
Can't really,
exercise.
yeah, but you can't really do it because we're old and your bones don't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's my thing. I like to do semi-extreme sports.
Extreme.
And like, when I'm talking to extreme, it's not extreme.
Extreme?
Would you consider cross-country skiing extreme?
Yes, I would.
Yeah, on the prairies.
Are you listening to Slayer when you do it? That's not. I actually
No,
know the
no,
soundtracks
no,
that you
no.
play over your videos, and they're not very heavy. So that's a good point. Okay. So
But
you go
you're,
cross country
but you're
skiing.
always packing something, a little. You're trying
Peppy?
to find the speed, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I got you.
Here's the thing: there is hills out there, and there's crashes every once in a while.
Your
It
crashes
doesn't-
are
and
so beautiful.
It does. I feel like this. It's hard to go fast on cross country skis because if
you
you're
got-
not going fast enough,
You might as well be
it's
walking.
not fun.
Yeah.
It's not fun.
It's worse than walking. Might as well
Yeah.
be walking with a piano on your back.
So, yeah, I'd say I wipe out quite a bit.
And that's the best part of the videos.
The worst wipeout I had this year was England Lake. There's like
boy.
1 week in the wintertime when there's actually like enough snow
Okay.
up north.
Yeah. That seems a little weird, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was strange.
Okay. One of those phenomenons I keep
Yeah,
hearing about. Yeah.
So I bump out to England Lake.
Is this and so before you get there, is this like a full road trip that you
This is like-
dedicate to this moment?
Oh yeah, this
Okay.
is like a Saturday.
Nice.
And you go up this hill to the lookout. It used to be like a fire watch lookout.
Make out point.
You can sleep over too.
All right, here we go. Now we're
Four
cooking.
people can sleep. There's bunks there, man.
Nice, I like that.
Yeah.
You got producer Benji in the house too, by the way.
It takes a while to get up, and then
No, it's not. There's no plug in it if you look at it.
the way down though is like a straight loop to loop to loop.
I know that. I know that feeling. I know where this is going because I recently got back into skiing a little bit, and if you don't carry that momentum, you're just pizza in the whole way. There's no French fry.
Well, man, you try to go pizza, but you can't because you're on like little twigs,
I guess.
cross country ski twigs.
Yeah, they don't go.
So I went off the.
This is
Exactly.
A long story.
There's like 1 week in the wintertime where you could go skiing.
He was talking to me. Well, that's another
yeah,
time.
yeah.
You get that. I want to know this.
Go
Yeah,
skiing?
don't worry about
Yeah.
that.
So I made it over the first like little hopper.
It's gotta feel good.
And yeah, I felt good.
Yeah.
But I'm a pretty heavy guy.
No, you look great. My next comment was how good you look right now.
Okay, well, thanks.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know.
So I carry a lot of momentum
That's it.
down a hill.
Yeah, like a
And then you
bowling
pop
ball.
up the other side. And I was just like,
That's it.
the way I crash is I just throw my body forward
Yes.
like this. And
It's
just
perfect
try to,
for the camera
belly
every time.
flop.
Perfect for the camera, right? Like it makes great videos. I'll tell you that much. So you talk about the cross country skiing. Now, do you carry over that sort of idea of keeping momentum when you do your biking videos, your mountain bike videos?
Well, yeah. I also
Short
carry-
answer. A little bit of weight.
bit.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't like doing the jumps anymore.
That's why I didn't want to make a formal complaint, but like when you're getting this much air and you're acting like you're MJ, throwing down
Yeah.
on like a 12-foot net, it's the funnest thing. 'Cause I'm like, yeah, I get behind it because like, that's what I would do, you know? And it's so fun, and you amp them up, and I'm just like, oh, I love this guy so much. And so in my head, I know that feeling of like you're like this high, but you feel like you're over here.
Oh, sure, and you're fast, right?
So
you're,
fast.
You're whipping fast.
Yeah.
Riding the brakes hard.
Here's the thing: you
I'm
never
pretty
want.
sure his bike doesn't have brakes. No brakes needed.
Don't grab the brakes.
No.
You want to feel like you got to grab the brakes. That's the last thing you want to do.
Might as well just
You
put a
panic and you
stick
grab
in
the
your
brakes,
spokes.
and then you just go over top.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's not
Exactly.
good. So when you go on these things, like, would you ever be able to take a jabroni like me who sucks at all these things out there and have me somewhat be successful?
Sure. Yeah.
Are you that good of a coach? I feel like you are.
Well, I'll start you off on like some small stuff.
Okay.
Like
What's-
rolling on skinnies. Just like,
Okay.
you try to keep your bike like going straight across like a board.
How skinny? What's the skinniest you go? What are we talking?
Yeah, like about like that. That's
scary
kind of
for
skinny.
me.
Yeah.
And it's even scarier when you look down on both sides and it's just like nothing but trees and rocks and every single thing that's going to gash you.
Yeah.
But then you wear it like a badge of honor almost.
I wiped out on a skinny recently. So I went down to Florida,
Of
Disney
course.
World,
Yes.
family trip.
Right there.
Yeah,
I actually
yeah.
saw the pictures of that too. You guys, I love dressing up, the whole family dress up. I love that gimmick, by the way. Awesome. You know?
You got to get some sort of souvenir.
Well, yeah.
You know
But
what
I don't mean that. I mean like keeping everyone together. Like you all got
Oh.
the Mickey gear
Yeah,
while you're at the
sure,
Mickey
sure.
place. It's
Like
awesome.
though, I don't do the ears. My kids do the ears.
Ears are harder for dudes, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
They're harder to pull off.
Yeah.
But if you can do it, more power to you.
So I did one day. I took a break from the park.
Oh no.
We did 6 days in a row, man.
In the one
We did 5-day Disney, and then we did 1-day Universal Park hopper. And like, man, I get kind of rattled.
See, I
from
went
all that business.
Well, yeah.
So I took a
it's-
day off.
That place is extreme. Like I recently went to the California Adventure and the California Universal because I'd never been there. I've been to the Florida ones way back. The bottom line took us all there.
Yeah.
Had the big family
That's
trip,
where
stayed
we
at
went.
Sonesta. Yeah, it was awesome. Loved it there. But recently I had gone to this other one, and as an adult, I ain't out here. We say it all the time. We're not in the business of bringing anyone down, only in the business of bringing people up. One of my biggest anxiety triggers is human beings everywhere touching me all the time. It's like I go insane. And in those parks, man, it's almost like no one is even aware that there's anyone else there. People will walk right through you.
California, when we went last time, it was like you're in like a river of people.
Oh, it's
that
horrific.
Just like you're walking, and
Sheep.
you don't want to start
Sheep.
walking the other way because it's just like,
Yeah. How am I going to get back?
how are you going to go upstream?
And then you get lost, and then
Yeah.
you go and pay $20 for a lemonade, and then you pay $50 for a Mickey Mouse ice cream, and all of a sudden you don't have any more money, and you're
It's-
trying to figure out
it's-
what to do next.
But man, if your kids love it,
That's what it's all
Right.
about. That's the key. If you can keep
love
that
it.
in mind, it's not about you. Remember that. If it's not about
Oh,
you,
for
then you
sure.
get through.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like Universal Studios, that was awesome because we got the full ride pack. So we just went on all the rides all day. Like we did everything. And I'm not a ride guy, but I'm like, you know what? If we're paying this much money, I'm going to go on all the rides. So there was actually one, what was it? It was a roller coaster, but it was like sort of a mini one. I think it was the Mummy Returns coaster. And the lineup was all the way to the back. But if you had the speed pass, you'd just walk right through. And I looked at one person the first time I went, and I went through 4 times before he got on.
Oh.
I felt so bad for him. Like, sorry, dude.
It irks me, man, because we don't get the lightning pass or whatever the pass is.
If you're gonna do it, like, if you're doing 5 days, then you don't need it because you can take your time and you can go and you can do all
Yeah.
that stuff. But when you only got 1 day to go, man, you got to go. You know.
I agree. I agree.
So you did it right. Don't feel bad.
I give these ones every once in a while to them.
Take your speed pass and kick rocks, bro. So, anyways, you need your day off from all that.
Yeah,
You're in
so-
the Everglades, or where are we talking here?
Yeah, just outside of Orlando.
Yes.
So I got a cuz down there that takes me riding,
Oh, that's so sweet.
and she's an awesome bike rider, Leanne.
Oh.
Yeah,
Shout out to Leanne.
yeah, Leanne. So she takes me riding, and I'm feeling pretty good. This is the first ride of this season.
Did you
I'm on
tell
a
her about
borrowed
your
bike.
previous experiences? Like you're pretty, you got some reps under you.
Yeah, I'm not like
You're not like me jumping out there, you know?
I'm learning.
Yeah,
I'm
you are.
learning at an older age
That's
how to
right.
try to keep up, right?
And did you? That's the
Yeah.
question.
So I go up on this tree, and it's like a skinny. So you go up on a bridge, get onto a tree, and then she says to me up on the tree, "Oh, at the end of it, it's a 3-foot drop down.
That seems
So
little.
or you can take the side, so you can bail out, right?"
Oh boy.
So I look over the bailout, and I'm like, I'm doing the bailout, and I turn too
Wuss.
fast, and my front tire drops, and I just same move, put my arms out,
Superman.
just belly flop.
Superman.
On the
Never
just
made
belly
money.
flop.
That's it. No
That's how
Superman.
you save yourself. And
belly
wear a
flopper.
helmet, man. Wear a helmet. If you're not
Always.
wearing a helmet, you're.
Do you wear any of the other stuff, the elbows or
I
the chest
should.
protection or
I
anything?
should.
If you're landing on your belly all the time, you should probably have a chest protector.
I'll
on.
have bruises. You're like,
Yeah.
you know, you land on your handlebars, you get a bruise.
Yeah, it's not going to feel good. So, but
Yeah,
doing
so I'll
that
try
on
to keep in
vacation.
shape like that.
See, and I can tell you another story about Florida. The bottom line, greatest dad in the universe. He was chasing us around the pool at the Sonesta hotels and broke his toe. He hit a patio lounger around the pool, broke his toe, like blew it up. It was awesome for us because we got to go, and this is before all the rich people took over and started hiring people to be in wheelchairs so they could skip all the lines.
Ah, yeah.
That's a whole other thing.
Bottom line, got to ride the wheelchair.
He was in the wheelchair because he couldn't walk because he broke his toe. Paid through the roof to get it fixed at the hospitals there, but every single line for the rest of the trip was
Yeah.
straight to the
Did
front.
the whole family get to go up?
Oh,
to
yeah.
the front of
Well,
the
we
line?
were with Dad. Yeah, of course. And again, it's all changed now. It's
Yeah.
all changed. But that was like the heyday
Yeah.
of the whole movie. I guess that's sort of what started the rich people paying people to be in wheelchairs, which was, again, absolute horrible karma. I hope they get what's coming to them.
I always, on those rides, I always wonder, like, why is the ride stopping? And I thought, wow, someone must be like mucking around, like maybe like using flash photography. And then I found out this time they're loading people up on to the, to these rides from wheelchairs or like,
Yeah.
people that need
Accessibility.
accessibility.
That's what we're all about.
And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I can wait
That's a good reason.
a couple moments here,
Absolutely.
enjoy myself on the ride.
we built
Get
this
that person on
studio.
there, man. Like,
Yeah.
give them an
Everyone
experience.
deserves to have that experience. We built this studio with accessibility in mind. We have a ramp that we push right up to the side there. We open the garage up. Anyone's welcome here. Wheelchair, crutches, anything in between. We got you. Very cool. So before we call it a day and get back to our drinky poos here, you were saying that there was some brewing that may be going on with your dad. Is that what it was? He's going to try to make some beers?
Yeah.
I just wanted to ask you if
Yeah.
you remember back in our smoking, chewing, drinking, brewing days,
Ooh, yeah.
living at the Sutner Concrete Services house on Taylor there, when we tried to make wine in your bedroom and it turned into potato vodka and we sold it at parties and it was like the strongest liquor we've ever had. Do you have any tips for anybody trying to make their own liquor?
Tips?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about.
You have a lot more
I
experience
got
than I
no
do.
tips, man. I got no tips, but I remember those days. Like we're young guys trying to
Just trying to make it.
just trying to make it happen, right?
Yeah, that was us.
Yeah.
And so
Potato wine. I don't know how that happened though.
it was so strong. We'd walk around at parties.
That's the
and pour a
problem with
shot
the
and be
home
like,
brew. You don't know how strong it's going to
You
be.
never know what's going to come out. Yeah.
And I thought we were making wine.
Boy, was that a great turn of events for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
For a while, the hangovers were vicious.
But I think the Saskatchewan craft breweries out here are awesome.
Yes. Any you want to shout out? Any that you think? Hold on. Are
okay,
there any that you
okay.
think should join as an advertiser with this incredible movement we got going on here, making the world a better place? What's your favorite ones?
My favorites.
Yes.
In Saskatchewan.
Yes. Get it right into the mic too. Yeah. Shout them
My
out.
favorite's Blackbridge, from Swift Current.
And do you know anybody there? Any contacts?
No.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll work on one because you got a fan here. Blackbridge.
Yeah, that's my favorite in Saskatchewan.
Maybe they
I
could
like
be-
Paddockwood.
Yeah, everyone loves
Saskatoon,
Paddock Wood. We're talking there.
OG craft brewery, in my opinion, from Saskatoon.
Love it.
Yeah.
And we love all of them. Again, we love
Speaking
everyone
of home brew, they make home package, like the malt packs.
Yeah, so you can
like,
literally
buy
make it
at-
home.
Yeah, and you
buy
take
it
it
there
home
and
and
take it home,
make
make it. Yeah, which
Yeah.
is super cool as well. I love that. Sea Dog?
We would probably not have made potato wine if we had that kit.
That's what I'm saying. It would have been too hard to mess it up.
Yeah,
His
exactly.
name is Sea Dog. We love you. Thank you for joining the show here today.
Hey,
And you know,
enjoyed it.
man, you did so great, and I'm so proud of you. And I hope we get you back on here again very soon.
For sure. Great to come back to Saskatoon.
Do you have a moment to talk about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ? Whoa. Sorry, Gary.
You said you know the rules.
I don't know. It just happened so fast. I don't know.
Keep in mind, he's also our prime minister too.
No,
I mute my mic.
Hey, no politics.
Noah,
no
I mute my
religion.
mic on the board. Same thing happened last time.
All right. Yeah, there we go. We're good. All right.
When the mic's going, it's politics.
Oh, man. I'm sorry, Gary. It happened so
All right.
fast.
But you know what we got to do? We got to hit to the Maggie Cam for Pet Planet on 8th Street. Mike and Rochelle over there. We love you. I'm doing my best Gary impression here.
You're pretty good at that.
Yeah.
You're getting really good.
We just love everybody over here. I love everybody.
I love
Everybody's my best
Maggie.
friend.
Maggie's
Maggie is
the best.
Well, look at it. We got the perfect smile over there. Lot better than the first Maggie Cam. We can all agree. She is locked in.
Adorable.
All right, boys, get to work. Tell us about some cool movies or something.
Okay.
All right.
Movies. Starting off, we have actually only one is what
Yeah,
we're talking about. But
This
Fall
was a
Guy-
plan 5 minutes ago. So
Yeah,
So
I didn't write this like a minute ago.
Who
Yeah,
are you people? Tell us your names. What you doing here?
you go first.
I'm Adam or Lil B or Lil Brookie LB. I go by several different names. I don't really know what I do. I do whatever Gary tells me.
You do everything. 'Cause I can't do anything. Who's that guy?
I'm Ethan, but Gary calls me Dragon. Exclusively. Not by choice, but it's just a thing that's been happening lately. Anyways, on the topic of movies,
Well, first of all, let's just say our credentials so we don't think we're just two random bozos talking about movies.
Promote this, maybe a show that you guys might be doing.
a show.
A show? Oh, we're doing that already. Oh, okay.
I'm just saying, it's just like kids in your movie review.
Yeah, I mean it's in the works. We might be doing a movie review where once every week we talk about. We just watch a movie during the week and then we talk about it for however long we feel like talking about it.
Yeah, a long time. Probably like a very
Yeah.
long time.
Yeah.
Way longer than we should.
Yeah.
But yeah, just because we see movies, we feel like we should also talk about them because maybe our voices aren't heard enough in our own lives.
Yeah, we need something to feel special.
Give us your credentials.
Oh yeah, so you're currently in film school.
Currently in film school, Recording Arts Institute of Saskatoon. It's awesome. Yeah, give it a round of applause.
And we both did the media school program at Evan Hardy Collegiate, which is for grade 11 students.
Yeah.
And you might be seeing something about that in a couple weeks here. But
Yeah, I don't know. We like movies.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've done film school. And yeah, I don't know. I
What do
think
you think of Aquaman?
oh god, don't get me started on that.
I don't know. I like the first one. I can't say much about the second one because I only saw the first half of it. But
You trust me? The first one was okay. The second one, the last half of it was just terrible. It's the most anticlimactic thing ever. Anyway, that's
no
not the movie we-
negativity aspect of the show.
Yeah, exactly. If we're doing a movie review, we got to be negative because that's the state of
Okay,
movies
well,
these days.
well, if we're
Fall
being,
Guy. Do Fall
oh, we
Guy.
will.
Yeah,
We'll
the
get to it. We'll get to it. If we're being negative, though, what's some of the positivity positive parts?
Popcorn was good.
Popcorn.
The popcorn
Movie
was really
theater
good.
Popcorn can save any movie.
Yeah. And you know what they also have? They have the lime Coke. I love the drink dispensers at movie theaters because they have so many options.
They
You go
have
to
the
like
same thing like
Subway and it's like,
Wendy's.
you have like 3 different options. You go to like, movie theater, you've got 7 options on one drink.
I respect you for saying that because every single time I get cherry vanilla Coke.
Yeah. I get lime
Like,
Coke.
what
but,
is
like,
that? That should not be a creation
Yeah.
man has.
Yeah.
But we have it.
Yeah, exactly.
And all I got to do is push a button with my finger.
and then you got it.
That's like crazy. Wow. I don't know. It's kind of cool actually. You're right.
That's the one positive. I mean, it costs like $30 for a drink, but
That's just the price you pay sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good enough that it's worth the price.
I know.
Triple the price. I don't care. As long as there's butter on my popcorn, I'm happy. All right. So, Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy.
The Fall Guy.
Guy was the Ryan Reynolds movie. The Fall Guy.
Oh, that's Free Guy. Free Guy was
Free Guy.
was
Same
wrong.
difference.
Wasn't Fall Guys a video game as well?
Yeah, Fall Guys was a video game and a crappy one, but
I loved Fall Guys, dude.
Well,
Dude,
yeah,
Fall
but it was
Guys
like what
awesome.
a little jelly man just goes running around for 2 minutes.
Yeah, but
That's
that's also what
boring.
the kids in high school said when I ran around. man.
Are we ever actually going to get to this movie?
No,
though?
no, that was a great game. Just so you know.
No.
Okay, I'll read a synopsis in a bit here, but let's talk about it.
I'll
'cause
read the
we
synopsis
just-
first,
Well,
so
okay,
people have
fine.
an idea what we're talking
Okay, but
about.
we just watched the trailer, man. Okay.
3 minutes ago.
Which camera? I'll do that camera. Okay. This is the Fall Guy official synopsis summarized. Officially.
You're officially summarizing the synopsis.
Officially in my own words. After leaving the business 1 year earlier, battle-scarred stuntman Colt Seavers springs into action when the star of a big movie goes missing. As the mystery deepens, Colt finds himself ensnared in a sinister plot that pushes him to the edge of a fall more dangerous than any stunt.
Sounds like a pretty typical movie synopsis.
There's only like a few ways you can describe a movie. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
fair
think
enough.
it's going to be really good because I'm.
Yeah, it looks funny. Like it
I'm
looks like it
super
stayed
excited.
away. It looks like it stayed away from a lot of the like kind of crappy, plot lines. Like it looks like it's pretty much just like they're not trying to be all social justice warrior. It's just straight up comedy,
Zoom's ready to go, jabronis.
Oh man.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well we got a bit of speed.
Yeah,
on
I
this.
guess we better. Let Gary back have his show back after we
All right.
hijacked it for long enough.
Promote the movie. Do
Yeah.
whatever.
I love you guys.
All
I
right.
love you.
This is great. I love Maggie Cam. I love you guys. I love all our sponsors. I love everybody. I love your impression of me. And I love you, Dragon. You got a new nickname now. Dragon in the house. Most people in that situation would be freaking out, saying, "Oh my God, how are you letting those guys do that? You can't have that." And that's why we love this show so much. You have everybody involved being involved, not just behind the scenes. We're all characters here. We're all characters on your show, and that's what we do. We also have another character here about to join as we head to the Zoom. His name is Coach Maisie. And I believe he said something about being in a parking lot or driving now. One of those two things. So either way, it's going to be really fun. There he is. Yes. Coach, how you doing, bud?
Here, bud?
Yeah, you sound great. How you doing?
I just pulled over just for you.
Oh, you're so kind. You're not going to be late for the kids, are you?
Definitely already half hour late. Yeah.
Okay, well, I won't keep you. I just want everyone to know how incredible of a human being you are. What are you up to right now? Where are you driving to?
I can't focus on anything else but your hair. Is that real?
Thank you for finally acknowledging it. I walked in here and all these jabronis didn't even say a thing. I was like, okay, it's one thing for me to walk in with my awesome player face mask that I used as a do-rag and no one acknowledged it. But when I'm walking in with a lion's mane like this and I don't get acknowledged, I'm a little upset because I was hoping someone would make fun of me and then we could talk about it. So thank you. What do you see right now? It is fully real. Look at that.
Like, is that crimped? Did you crimp your hair?
No, that's from the braids. So as you know, I like to get my hair braided so it stays out of my face because it's just so annoying to have a long hair that's always in your grill. And so once you braid it, it stays out. And then once you take it out of the braids, this is what you get.
I don't even know what to say. It looks pretty majestic, actually.
Well, thank you. You just
You
feel how
should be-
soft it is. Like I'm
You should
pretty
take
sure
some, you should do like some cover photos right now. That's
for
you.
what? For an 80s
I don't
hair
know.
metal band?
Maybe. You know what's fun, Gary?
Yes.
Oh, crap. So tomorrow, I might be available tomorrow, but maybe not.
Okay.
I'll be in the hospital.
Oh no. What's wrong?
Well, that's fine. I'm getting my testicles removed so I can sing better.
Anyone else on earth, I would say you're joking, but you are so
No,
committed to everything. You might do that.
Like because we're going to do those singing lessons, right?
Yeah, LB's going to teach us how to sing.
Right. So I just want to be ready
Okay.
to go.
Well, I guess you already win that round. If you're removing your testicles, then I don't have a chance.
I'm not really going to do that, though. I will be in the hospital. I have a little procedure that I got to get done. So I'll be, I got snuck in, which is pretty exciting.
Interesting. Does this have to do with your month-long cold that you've been having?
No, that's just been going around. People are hacking all over the place, but
Yeah, it's not
that hit me hard. It might have been why I was affected so much by it, but
Okay.
No,
well, I wish you
this
all
is
the
different.
best. All the best with all that. We always worry about and we love you and care about you so much. So We'll be sending you all the
Yeah, no,
positive
no,
vibes
it's good. We
that?
should. I'll try and be available tomorrow.
from the
I
hospital.
just, yeah, I just might be in the hospital tomorrow, or I might be at home. Hopefully, I'm at home by that time.
Man, it'll be like that TV show that everyone likes, like May's Anatomy.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
could show you May's Anatomy.
that's even better.
Grey's Anatomy.
That's the one. I knew it sort of rhymed with Maze, and I'm also a little disappointed that you didn't laugh at my my Maisie joke that about nobody puts baby in a corner, and I said nobody puts Maisie in a corner, and you didn't even laugh at it.
When did you say that?
It was a Dirty Dancing quote on the text. If you look at your phone, you'll see it.
Oh, I missed it. Sorry,
pretty funny.
I have a lot of going on right now.
Well, that's what I
so-
mean. You're the busiest guy I know, including right now. So you're doing baseball literally from now until 8 o'clock tonight. Is that correct?
Well, right now, so the older boys team, the Sask 5 13U AAA Giants are doing the smile cookie thing. So they go in there and then I think they wear hairnets and gloves and they make some smile cookies to sell
Love that.
for something. I don't know. Do you know what the smile cookies are all about? I haven't caught
Oh
up
yeah,
yet,
it
but-
goes to the camps, the Tim Hortons camps. It's all about the kids, man. Get up those
Right.
smile cookies and you're helping kids.
So they're doing that.
That
So
was
I'm
one
gonna
of
go.
that was one of the best days in the old days at the radio. Was a smile cookie day because you literally get to eat smile cookies. That's all you eat for breakfast, lunch, and supper for an entire
Right.
week because they just fill the station up with cookies.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go late, but it's fine because they're all working now. I'm gonna go pick them up, but I'll probably drop a fortune on a bunch of cookies right now.
hmm
And then from there, I got to rip to the Seat Can to pick up some equipment for Brian Hubbard. I don't know if you know Hubs. Do you know Hubs from the
Sounds-
Tigers?
Sounds familiar.
Remember
I know
the
the Tigers
Tigers?
for sure. Yeah.
Second baseman.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyway, he's our president, and I accidentally handed out all the gear except I didn't leave any for our president's team, the team that he coaches.
Ooh, whoops.
So I got to go put that together. And then from there, I'm going back to Warman, and Louis has a practice and Jacoby has a practice simultaneously in the gym. So I'm going to try and I'm going to split myself in half and try and be in two spots at once.
Super dad, man. I love that. Before I let you get right back to it, I just want to get your take tonight. Anybody getting eliminated in the NHL playoffs? Yes or
Give
no?
me a rundown because I forget what day it is. What day is it? Wednesday?
Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Yeah, you got.
Surgery's tomorrow. Right.
Okay. Don't forget about that. So you got Oilers
who do we
Kings
got?
tonight, Leafs Bruins as well. I think the Islanders
Oilers
are in
are
the
up.
scoring games.
Yeah. Oilers are up 3-1.
You bet.
It's over tonight.
Ooh, nice. Like that. What about Bruins
Back.
Toronto?
What was the other one?
Bruins Toronto.
I don't know. Like I don't like the Leafs, but for some reason your Bruins bug me more, and it's Brad Marchand that bugs me the most.
I've heard that a lot.
And the Leafs, I don't know, they don't deserve it because I don't feel like they just don't feel like they're hungry enough. You know what I mean? Like it's amazing that Brad Marchand can go past their bench and just like it's over in 5 and no pushback whatsoever.
Did that not remind you of when he punched the Sedins in the face like 15 times and no one cared? And then they went out and won the cup.
No one did anything. Or when I think it was Daniel came to do like the softest check into the boards and he ducked and he pretty much took him out at the kneecaps and flipped him over. Remember that?
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Was that 2011 or?
That was the cup year, man. Yeah. Was the cup
So
finals.
then he flips him over and it's like the dirtiest thing ever, but he didn't care. He just went, I think he got a penalty for it, but there's no pushback
No response.
at
There's
all.
no response. And Toronto's doing the same thing. It's not a good sign.
There's nothing. Terrible sign. So anyway, that all said, I think the Leafs squeak-o victory tonight. I think Matthews is going to get 2 goals. I think Marner's going to score, and I think there's going to be a power play goal from the point. So how many goals is that?
I think like 5.
I think that was 4. I think it's going to be a 4-2 victory for the Leafs tonight, and then they'll get eliminated in 6. Only because I hate Brad Marchand. He's going to be wrong.
What if I told you that Matthews, I don't know if he's officially playing yet. Last I checked, he was maybe. He's got some like a cold or something.
Yeah. It settled in his chest and he just had to take some time off. He's like Killer Carlson.
There you go. One more real quick. Islanders. Are Jay Mays' Islanders staying alive tonight?
Oh yeah, they pulled that out, hey?
Double OT is crazy.
They're bound to lose, so I'm just gonna stick with them losing every game.
That sounds about
So
right.
they'll lose tonight.
Blades, Moose Jaw, in Moose Jaw. Series tied at 1. Who you got?
Well, I will always take the Blades
Good
just
answer.
because Clayton will be mad
Mhm.
and pull his hair out. But I think that's going to be a tough series, man. Every game's going to be tough. But you know what? I'm going to say this. Blades, if they lose tonight, they won't lose another game after tonight. Does that make sense?
Yes. And that's a great way of putting it because that's going to be the one that they need to really kick him in the ass and say, all right, it's time to kick the sixth gear up. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. Speaking of giving her, you get out there and say hi to all those local sports teams. Again, if you know any local sports teams that want some love, we are here to show you all the love. So be sure to spread the Your Show and the Damn Network out to all those baseball buddies of ours and let them know we want all of them involved here.
Is that my job?
Yeah. You're not only
Spread the good word.
not only are you the head of all creative here, but you're also one of our ambassadors. No pressure.
I'm going to spread the good word at the hospital tomorrow.
That's good, and I wish you all the best. I'll talk to you before that. You take care. Thank you for giving us a couple minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach Mazer!
Bye.
That was the worst group clap. I know you guys are here, and I know you can hear me, and you guys just leave me to be the only one to clap them out, eh? All right. Yeah. Sorry, Dragon. Too little, too late over there for you, bud. Ridiculous. So there you go. There's some hockey talk for you. We had the boys in. Man, I think that should be a segment. We're definitely doing your movie review show, but I also believe that should be like a weekly segment or two. Because I maybe it's because I know you guys and love you guys so much, but that was funny, very funny. And even Network Ryan, that old piece of poop, he said he loves the Gary roasting, so he gave you props, and that's why we don't like Network Ryan. Producer Ryan's pretty good, but Network Ryan. Okay, so continuing with some sports stuff. I got to get this in there. The Blue Jays. Go, Jays, go. Taking on the Kansas City Royals today. Jose Barrios is on the bump for the Jays. I did not know this. He's 4-1 right now. So he's won 4 games, lost 1 game. The dude's earned run average, his ERA sits at 1.23, leading the majors. And I was hoping I'm forgetting this, or maybe I'm wrong because that seems insane to me. But this dude, they traded a lot to Minnesota to get this guy. And this was sort of what they expected when they got him. And if you remember last year, he started to come around a bit, but now this dude is good. And you can see him tonight. I believe it's 5:05 first pitch in Toronto against the Kansas City Royals. But Barrios, this is a guy that can carry you to a very deep playoff because you already got Gosman. You know he's going to be good. He was right there last year. You got Bassett. He's off to a rough start, but he'll come around. He's one of those old wise men that sort of does his thing. You just give him some time. And apparently Alek Manoah is making a start tonight against the top prospect in all of baseball. Steins, I think his name is, for the Pittsburgh Pirates. So Manoah watch is officially back on as they try to figure out this rotation again. But the belle of the ball, the Maggie Cam of the Blue Jays, Jose Barrios chucking tonight at the Dome. So Jays looking to get over 500 again. As I said, I think 15-15. That'll be a lot of fun. So if you're keeping track at home, and I said this on the most incredible podcast in the history of anything, compliments of our buddy Croker, the SAS Sports and Food podcast. I was on there today, and it was very fun. And we talked about how right now is the best time if you're a sports fan. You got your NHL playoffs, you got your WHL playoffs, you got your Blue Jays going, and you got your NBA playoffs. And I've been sort of seduced by the NBA as of late, as I don't know really what it is. Maybe it's because the Raptors were so bad that I sort of forced myself to watch other teams. But I'm really into this whole changing of the guard thing in the NBA. I didn't mean to use a pun there, but a guy is being compared to Michael Jordan. That's what's happening. And it's not LeBron. It's not that whiny pants. Oh, my God, give me a call. I'm LeBron. No, it ain't him. We're done with him. Okay, that guy's get him out of here. Anthony Edwards, Ant-Man, out in Minnesota. This dude, He had a dunk against the Phoenix Suns, and they played it side by side with Michael Jordan making the exact same dunk against the Phoenix Suns. And they looked the same. And that's the only way they compared them. But this is the future of the NBA. It's happening right now. You got Luka Doncic going out in Dallas, right? You got Jokic going in Denver along with the Canadian kid, Jamal Murray. And you got Ant-Man. Just, so fun to watch. So the NBA has sort of brought me back a bit. And it took the Raptors really sucking for that to happen. So I'm sort of grateful for that. We're in the pocket of the best time of year when it comes to sports. THC update time. Again, going out to my man Royal Anders, who always reminds me, like, it really helps a lot of people who might be going through the same stuff you're going through. So not too long ago, we decided to go on this little journey of taking a break from THC, as I was a very regular user to the point where people got worried about how much I was using it to medicate myself. Well, we got this network up and running, and the whole time the plan was to take a break. And then, again, they pushed me into doing it a little bit earlier, which I'm forever grateful for. And it was only supposed to be 2 weeks, but then we talked about how it takes a month. Is that right there, Dragon? It takes a month to get it out of your system? Or more. So that sort of sparked this conversation around all of our friends. And I actually had a experience told to me that I wanted to pass along to you. So I'm going the full month, and we're going to see where that all leads. And we're doing fine, except, of course, the pain. The pain is unimaginable. But the biggest fear that I had as a user of THC was being pulled over because, as you know, we're getting real serious, which I'm all for, about impaired driving. Don't do it. It's the dumbest thing you can do. And I got a buddy who told me a story today that blew my mind. I just want to pass this along. And this isn't political. This isn't anything except a PSA to help you learn as we all learn and try to figure out what the rules are with all of this. Because at any point, if I was to be pulled over, I'd be dead sober, but I would have so much THC built in my system, they'd throw me in jail for life. They'd be like, dude, you have like 2,000 milligrams in your system. How are you operating? I don't know. I'm sober. You can do a side test. So that has been a huge conversation as we maneuver through all these new laws with how driving impaired is looked at. And my buddy was driving around today, and he was pulled over. And when asked about why he was pulled over, he was told that the officer thought that he didn't have a mud flap on his truck. And then he looked, and the officer actually said, well, I can see you do have a mud flap. And common sense would make a person think that that would be the end of the traffic stop, and off you go. But then he asked him to step out of the car and take one of these random tests for THC and for alcohol. My buddy, also being a very smart dude and knowing that he is not impaired in any way, of course agreed and said, that's fine. Just curious as to why you're doing this now. And they say, well, because this is what we can do. We're trying to make the roads a safer place, which we are all for. Again, this isn't political. This is a PSA, so you understand what you're dealing with when you are driving out there and using THC on a daily basis. So he gets in the back, and then they do the saliva test, because he blows the liquor, and of course he's clean. And then he takes the saliva test, and he's just started asking questions just to figure out what the process is. And to basically what we all thought from the beginning, he didn't know what anything as far as rules go with this were. He didn't know that the THC could stay in your system for up to a month. He wasn't aware of this. And so my buddy, trying to be honest with this officer, had told him, because the officer asked, do you drink or use THC? And he said, yes, I do. And he told him how often, and he was fully honest with this officer. And he proceeded to teach the officer about the rules that are in place that they're pulling you over for, which is probably our biggest worry, because you are dead sober and you're in the back of a cop car for like an hour. That's scary. I told him if that was me, I would have froze right up. I would have been done. And that's one of the many, besides the horrible, horrible distracted drivers out there that have no clue how to pay attention while driving. My other biggest fear is something like that happening to me, because we are as sober as you can be. We have every right to be out there. But if you have a person not aware how the tests should be read or how they do, that's a big problem. So as you move forward, and by the way, he passed all the tests, everything was fine, and it was all good. And the officer actually thanked him, and they shook hands at the end because they informed each other sort of how this all works. But the biggest takeaway, and my buddy said this, he said he felt so bad because he literally thought that because he was honest with this police officer, he was going to go to jail. Because he said that, yes, I use these things, and then all of a sudden he's getting tested for all this stuff. So I think there's got to be a way, and this is like the public service announcement part of this, there has to be a way where you can let everyone know this is exactly what you are to expect if you are pulled over, this is exactly what we're looking for, and this is how it's going to turn out. You want to have a good relationship with the people that you're policing. You want that. Everyone wants this. Everyone wants to be safe when they're driving. So I think it would be good in everyone's interest just to get some more information out there on how this all works, because if somebody leaves a road stop like that thinking that they were better off lying to you from the start than being honest and upfront off the bat, that's a serious problem. So that's just a little bit of that. Again, not political, not religious, not like dragging an LB in here, but it's just something to think about as you make your way through your life. How was that? Was that pretty good? That felt pretty good. It bugs me that we sit out here and say we care about each other. We want to change the world. We want to make it a better place. And then you have to deal with stuff like that where you just don't know at any point if you're even safe driving, even though under these current guidelines that we sort of have, you feel like you are. So just be extra aware. And that's sort of work on getting more information out there as we move forward, because there's way too many people that are just questioning all this stuff, and it's not safe. That's the gist of it. We're trying to work together to make everything safe and awesome out there, and when you hear stories like this, it makes you never want to drive again. It made me say, well, I guess I'm going to park my car for life now, and that shouldn't be a thing. So something to think about. I can't believe this show we're already like wrapped up, man. That is absolutely crazy. I guess we can. You want to play some Frankie? Shout out to Wendy Brooks Media, by the way. She was on yesterday. Love Brooksy so much, and she's going to be stopping by here either Thursday or Friday, I believe, with her co-host Cora from the Past Our Bedtime podcast, and we're going to promote the hell of that because it's one of the funnest podcasts you'll ever see. Just two moms hanging out, talking about stuff you talk about before you go to bed, and it's going to be a lot of fun. So we have that coming up, and as well tomorrow. Ooh, look at that. There it is. Sorry, I forgot to play. Also, tomorrow on the show, I was talking with Dalsey here today. I got a bunch of people that have been giving us some shout-outs and doing all this good stuff. Oh, and Dad's got the TV going. That's very exciting. So he'll be watching the Bruins tonight again. Enjoy all that hockey. Enjoy all that baseball and WHL hockey and the NBA playoffs. So much sports for you to enjoy. So be sure to take that all in. To the young guns, you guys killed it. Love when you get up here and do the show. To Noah, great job, dude. Absolutely crushed it as well. The confidence that we can feel building in here is so incredible. To the point where I can be like, yeah, you guys, you know what? You get up here. You guys have some fun. This is your show, too. And then you guys just go and crush it, including destroying me. The roasting of Gary never gets old. I think that's what we can all agree on. Shout out to my perm that I got here. Pretty cool. I sort of don't want to shower ever again. I want to ride this out, but it probably won't work out that way. And I love showering because people get stinky. So take a shower. That's another good reminder. We'll be back tomorrow at 4 p.m. Until then, you have yourself the most incredible Tuesday night of your life. And don't forget, karma is very, very real. Do good things. You'll notice good things will start happening to you. I promise you. It happens to us all the time here. And I want that for you, okay? So just remember, put other people before yourself. It pays off, I promise. Have a great rest of your night. We'll talk to you tomorrow.